She had removed Chi-Town Barbie from her Instagram. Hell, Tyler Marsh thought she was going to play last night.
Angel Reese ain't done nothing in the WNBA to disrespect Courtney Vandersloot that way.
Angel Reese, it seems that she said, F it, I'm done. Because they don't publicly drown their teammates, and they certainly don't do it to players like Courtney Vandersloot, of which Angel Reese could not hold her jock if there was one to hold.
Did Angel Reese just call out her own teammates? When your franchise star goes public saying, "We can't settle for what we have this year," and demands an overhaul, the spotlight doesn't stay on opponents. It shifts inside the locker room. The Sky went all in on Reese with trades and roster moves, but now the same player is questioning if those moves were good enough. How do her teammates take that? Not quietly. And the drama behind the scenes tells us something much bigger about what kind of leader she's becoming.
They're 10-32 this year. I know she's missed some time, and I know they're better with her than they are without her. No one's arguing. What's the Chicago Sky's combined record in 2 seasons with Angel Reese? You can't then just go off and not put any accountability on yourself in the process.
Or failing to become. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video.
She has officially tapped the bleep out on this squad. I say it's a wrap. Angel Reese has refused to play for Chicago since her suspension. She sat out the last 2 games despite being, quote, expected to play. You threw your teammates under the bus, and then you got mad, and you decided to tap out on the team.
Imagine this. A franchise decides to hand the keys to a rookie, reshaping everything around her. The Chicago Sky didn't just draft Angel Reese to play a role. They drafted her to be the role. The organization pushed chips in, making trades that stripped away pieces of the future in exchange for experience that could help now. They moved Sonia Citron, a young guard with upside, just to grab Ariel Atkins, who has playoff experience and a steady hand. That's not the type of move a rebuilding team makes. That's the move of a franchise saying, yeah, we're not waiting, we're building this team around Angel right now. Suddenly, everything falls on whether Reese lives up to that gamble. And here's where the tension blew open. After all those moves, all those headline trades, Angel Reese took a microphone and made it clear, we can't settle for what we have. On its surface, maybe she's just expressing ambition.
Angel McCautry and Sophie have now commented on the fact that Angel Reese has drowned her teammates. Angel Reese clobbering her teammates publicly, drowning her teammates. Insinuation of a teammate should have ever been made public. At least that's what responsible athletes do.
But think about the players around her hearing that. Veterans who just joined the team. Guards who gave up minutes for her to step in. Younger teammates who now feel like their work isn't good enough. Comments like that don't stay in press conferences. They echo inside locker rooms, and they sting worse coming from someone who's supposed to lead by example and raise the group up. Now imagine you're Courtney Vandersloot. You've been in this league for years, controlled games with your decision-making, and now a rookie is implying the vets on the roster aren't cutting it.
Vandersloot had this to say. This was actually the day, I believe, of Angel Reese's comments.
Because that's what I've done I put myself in the position to come back and compete even at this age. Contrary to what people say or think, my age is actually not a factor. I am coming back. I'm going to come back better than ever.
Vandersloot didn't hold back when she made her feelings known, pushing back and stressing that age doesn't define her production. That wasn't a random response. That was a direct clapback at the idea that the team needs newer, younger stars to win. It's the type of message that says, you don't get to question what I've proven in this league. Then there's Haley Van Lith, another player who came into the season expected to make an impact, and she finds herself in this crossfire too. It's tough enough adjusting to a new system, but when the franchise face takes subtle shots, it means every mistake or slow start becomes part of a bigger narrative. Suddenly, it's not just about your box score, It's about whether Reese's point about the roster is coming true. That kind of pressure doesn't create unity, it fractures it. Rachel Bannum might show it the most clearly, though. Asked about the storm of drama surrounding the team, her response wasn't anger or denial, it was exhaustion. I think I just don't really care. I'm so over all this. That's a teammate no longer defending the star, no longer trying to cover for what's going wrong. That's a teammate saying she doesn't have the energy to fight it anymore.
I think I just don't really care. I'm so over all of this shit. If I was younger, it would have affected me more, but I'm grown and I just don't care.
Because who's going to want to, I mean, if she goes to another team, guess what? She's going to drown that team too.
And when you hear players admit they're over it aloud, that's not private tension. That's smoke seeping out from every corner of the locker room. But at the same time, contrast Angel's comments with Ariel Atkins. The player brought in by trade, the veteran with experience, she responded in the exact opposite tone. Instead of airing frustrations, she stuck to words about unity, about sticking with her teammates and grinding through struggles together. That wasn't just media-friendly talk. It was a quiet rebuke of the angle Reese had taken. Two paths side by side, one amplifying pressure, one absorbing it. The split in messaging mirrored the split growing inside that room. It reached such a level that the Sky had to call for a players-only meeting. These meetings aren't scheduled just for fun. They happen when there's a crack deep enough that coaches can't patch it, when it takes players shutting the door and handling their own issues. And from all accounts, the team stopped circling around, protecting Angel Reese's brand, and began looking inward at how each of them could regain unity. That shift meant a lot. It showed they weren't going to let one player's public criticism define their collective identity. Still, the problem lingers. Once teammates begin taking subtle or even direct shots through interviews, the trust doesn't just repair overnight. The Sky gambled their future on Angel Reese's development and leadership, but right now it feels like she's learning the hard way that being a star means more than scoring points. It means managing egos, managing press, and most importantly, keeping a fragile locker room intact. And now even more eyes are starting to compare her chaos to the completely different story being told one state away, where Indiana seems to have a rookie star doing the exact opposite. Angel Reese was meant to be the face of the Sky, but her leadership is starting to look more like a warning sign. When players hear constant criticism from their star, trust breaks apart instead of growing stronger. That's the difference everyone notices when they look over at Caitlin Clark. Clark's style highlights teammates, builds confidence, and sets up long-term chemistry. Reese's approach has done the opposite, sparking tension inside her own locker room. So here's the real question. Should Chicago double down on Angel Reese or move on to save their culture? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.